You open your banking app in a crowded airport, ready to pay for a cheap flight deal you just found. But the card declines. Not because you have no money, but because your bank flagged your purchase as suspicious. The line behind you grows, the deal is slipping away, and in that moment, you realize something. Traveling the world is amazing, but banking while traveling can be a nightmare. Unless you know a few simple strategies that make your money work smoothly, anywhere on Earth. In this video, you are going to discover the best travel banking tips for digital nomads. These are the exact tips experienced nomads use to avoid blocked cards, crazy ATM fees, painful exchange rates, and financial stress while moving from country to country. And if you stay with me until the end, you will learn a travel banking hack most beginners have never heard of, but it can save you hundreds of dollars every single year without doing anything extra. Before we begin, picture this. You are working from a beach cafe in Bali. You are drinking a cold coconut. Life feels perfect. Then you get an email from your bank saying your card was locked again. You cannot withdraw cash, you cannot pay online, you cannot access your money. That is the moment many nomads panic. But today, you are going to learn how to make sure that never happens to you. Let's break it all down. Number 1. Always use a travel-friendly bank account. One of the first mistakes digital nomads make is relying on a traditional bank that was never designed for global travelers. Regular banks often block foreign transactions, charge steep international fees, and require you to call customer support during USA hours, which is impossible when you are across the world. A travel-friendly bank changes everything. These accounts are built for global spending, so they rarely block your card while traveling. They also make it easy to talk to support through an app chat instead of phone calls. For example, imagine you are in Thailand and your hotel payment gets flagged. With a travel-friendly bank, you tap a button in the app, confirm it is you, and the card works instantly. No phone calls, no frustration. Travel-friendly accounts also offer better exchange rates and fewer hidden fees. A typical bank might charge 3% on every international purchase. A travel-friendly bank often charges 0. That difference adds up fast. If you spend $1,000 per month abroad, a regular bank can charge you $30 per month in fees. That is $360 per year gone for nothing. A travel-friendly bank saves you that money without you doing anything extra. Number 2. Carry at least 2 debit cards and 2 credit cards. When you live in one country, having one card usually works fine. But for digital nomads, one card is a disaster waiting to happen. Cards get lost, stolen, frozen, eaten by ATMs, or blocked for suspicious activity. If you only have one card, you are stuck. Always travel with backups. 2 debit cards, 2 credit cards, minimum. Here is an example. A nomad in Mexico tried to withdraw cash and the ATM malfunctioned. The machine kept the card inside. He stood there helpless because he had no backup. He had to borrow money for 3 days while waiting for a replacement. Now imagine the same situation with backups. If card 1 fails, you pull out card 2. Problem solved in seconds. Credit card backups also protect you if one bank freezes your account while traveling through a high fraud country. Many nomads experience this when they move through Southeast Asia or South America. Having a backup prevents emergencies and gives you peace of mind. Number 3. Use cards with 0 international fees. You should never pay extra fees just because you are traveling. That includes 0 foreign transaction fees, 0 ATM withdrawal fees, and strong worldwide acceptance. A foreign transaction fee is usually around 3%. If you spend $1,000 on hotels, eating out, co-working spaces, or flights, that is $30 lost for nothing. Multiply that by 12 months, and that is hundreds of dollars gone. Instead, choose cards built for nomads. These cards give you 0-fee transactions and sometimes reimburse ATM fees from other banks around the world. Imagine withdrawing money in Vietnam. The ATM charges a local fee, but your bank instantly gives it back. It feels like magic, but it's only because you picked the right bank. Number 4. Never depend on only one banking app.
Many beginners rely on a single app for all their travel banking, but what if the app goes down? What if the company freezes accounts due to a security issue? What if the app itself is blocked in another country?
Always build a banking system with layers. Your main bank, a secondary bank, a third backup app, even if you use it rarely. Here's an example. A digital nomad in Turkey discovered his main bank app did not work on Turkish Wi-Fi. The government had blocked certain services. Thankfully, he had a backup bank app which worked fine. A layered system means you never lose access to your money, even if one app fails. Number 5. Split your money into multiple accounts. Putting all your money in one account feels simple, but it is dangerous. If your card is stolen and your bank freezes the account for investigation, you lose access to everything. Instead, divide your money into 3 categories: a spending account for daily purchases, a travel account for hotel bookings, flights, and transportation, and a savings account for long-term financial security. This structure protects you. Even if one account becomes temporarily unavailable, your other accounts keep your life running. For example, if your spending card gets blocked in Spain, you still have your travel account active. You can still book your train, pay for food, and move to the next city. You are never stuck. Number 6. Use Wise or Revolut for cheap currency exchange. One of the most painful parts of traveling is watching money disappear from terrible exchange rates. Many banks use expensive rates and add hidden fees. Apps like Wise or Revolut offer real-time mid-market exchange rates, which means you get the same rate that big banks use when trading currencies. It is usually much cheaper than airport kiosks or local banks. Let's say you exchange $1,000 into euros. A traditional bank might give you a rate that loses you $50 instantly. Wise might only cost you a few dollars. Multiply that savings across months of travel, and you keep hundreds of dollars in your pocket. Plus, you can hold multiple currencies inside the app. That means if you are flying to Japan next month, you can convert your money ahead of time when the exchange rate is good. Number 7. Always notify your banks before traveling. Even if your bank claims you do not need to tell them, always do it. Many banks block transactions when they see unusual spending patterns in other countries. You can avoid this by telling your bank your travel plans through their app.
Imagine buying a flight in Colombia and your bank thinks it is fraud. Without notification, your card gets locked. With notification, the transaction goes through smoothly. It takes 30 seconds but saves hours of frustration. Number 8. Download offline banking documents. When you travel, you often need documents like your bank routing number, account number, or card images. But what if you cannot connect to Wi-Fi? What if your phone cannot receive SMS verification codes? Store everything offline. Take screenshots of your card details. Save your bank's customer support contacts inside a note. Download PDF statements. For example, in Vietnam, some banks require proof of income for long-term stays. If your bank app is down, you might not be able to access your statements. With offline backups, you avoid delays. Number 9. Use credit cards for purchases and debit cards only for cash. Credit cards offer better fraud protection than debit cards. If someone steals your credit card number, the bank usually blocks the charge. But debit cards pull money directly from your account, which can take weeks to recover. Use credit cards for hotels, flights, car rentals, and online purchases. Use debit cards only at ATMs for cash withdrawals. This system protects your money. For example, if a restaurant in Bali copies your card number, they might try to charge you later. With a credit card, the bank rejects it. With a debit card, the money leaves your account instantly. Number 10. Avoid dynamic currency conversion. Whenever you pay in another country, you will often see a question. Do you want to pay in your home currency? Always say no.
This feature is called dynamic currency conversion. It sounds helpful, but it is actually more expensive. The store chooses the exchange rate, and it is almost always worse than your bank's rate. Example, you buy a $60 meal in Mexico. If you choose to pay in dollars, you might be charged $70 because of a bad exchange rate. If you choose to pay in the local currency, you pay the correct amount. Always choose the local currency. Number 11. Keep emergency cash in 2 separate places. Every nomad eventually experiences a moment when their phone dies or their cards fail or they cannot access an ATM. Having a small emergency cash stash keeps you safe.
Keep some cash in your wallet and another small stash hidden in your luggage. For example, a nomad in Indonesia lost his wallet in the ocean while surfing. Thankfully, he had $100 hidden in a bag. That kept him going until he accessed a bank. It is simple but powerful. Number 12. Use a VPN to access your banking apps. Some banking apps do not work in certain countries. A VPN fixes this problem by letting you connect as if you were in the USA. If your banking app refuses to load in China, for example, a VPN set to a USA server can help you log in smoothly. A VPN also protects you from hackers when using public Wi-Fi in airports and hostels. Number 13. Track your spending weekly. Traveling can destroy your budget if you do not track your spending. Many nomads overspend without realizing it because every day feels different. Check your spending once per week. Look at your biggest categories. Identify waste. For example, a nomad living in Portugal found he spent $200 per month on coffee and pastries because he worked from cafes daily. When he switched to co-working spaces, he saved that money easily. Your banking app often has built-in trackers to help you manage this. Number 14. Learn how to receive money internationally. As a digital nomad, you might receive payments from clients or employers in multiple currencies, but receiving money the wrong way can cost you fees. Many nomads use Wise or PayPal for international transfers. Others use big platforms that deposit directly into their travel-friendly bank accounts. Make sure you pick the method that gives you the lowest fees. For example, receiving $1,000 through a traditional international transfer might cost $40. Wise might only cost $5. Number 15. Protect your cards from skimmers. Some places have ATMs or card machines with hidden skimmers that steal your card information. Always check ATMs by pulling lightly on the card slot. If it moves, do not use it. Use ATMs inside banks instead of street corners. When paying at restaurants, never let your card leave your sight. A nomad in Brazil once found hundreds of dollars missing after using a sketchy street ATM. A safer ATM would have prevented it. Number 16. Keep a multi-currency wallet for long-term travel. If you regularly visit the same regions, keeping a small amount of local currency in a multi-currency wallet saves time and fees. If you frequently move between Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia, holding a little of each currency inside apps like Revolut or Wise helps you avoid constant conversions. It is like having mini travel envelopes ready anytime you land. Number 17. The hidden travel banking hack that saves you money. Here's the hack most beginners never hear about. Some credit cards give you free travel insurance when you book your flight or hotel using the card. This can save you hundreds of dollars per year on travel medical coverage, lost bag protection, and trip cancellation benefits. Imagine booking a flight to Japan with a credit card that includes travel insurance. If your flight gets canceled or your bag goes missing, the card company reimburses you. You do not pay anything extra. Most beginners miss this because they never check their credit card benefits, but experienced nomads save a fortune with it. Number 18. Scan and store copies of all important cards. When you are traveling long-term, you should always keep digital copies of your essential cards. That includes your passport ID page, your debit cards, credit cards, travel insurance card, and any membership cards. If a card gets lost or stolen, having a digital copy helps you cancel it faster. and prove ownership when speaking to your bank. For example, a nomad in Thailand dropped his wallet in a taxi. Because he had digital scans saved on his cloud storage, he canceled his cards within minutes and avoided fraudulent charges. This simple habit can save you from major stress when traveling country to country. Number 19. Keep a small local bank account in long-stay countries. If you plan to stay in a country for more than 3 months, sometimes opening a small local bank account can save you a lot of money. A local bank account often gives you free ATM access, better exchange rates, and smoother payments at local businesses that might reject foreign cards. For example, many nomads staying long-term in Vietnam open a small local account to avoid constant ATM fees. They transfer money once and withdraw for free all month. This is especially useful in countries that operate heavily in cash. Number 20. Use banking alerts to track suspicious activity.
Turn on notifications for every purchase, withdrawal, or transfer made with your cards. These real-time alerts help you detect fraud instantly. If you see a charge you did not make, you can freeze your card within seconds. Imagine you are asleep in Spain and someone tries to charge your card from another continent. Your alert wakes you, you freeze the card, and you save all your money. It is one of the simplest yet strongest protections for digital nomads. Number 21. Learn how local ATMs work in each country. ATM rules change everywhere you go. Some countries let you withdraw large amounts. Others limit withdrawals to small amounts, forcing you to pay fees multiple times. Knowing this beforehand helps you plan better. For example, ATMs in Indonesia sometimes limit withdrawals to around $100 at a time. If you need a large amount of cash, you would need multiple withdrawals, which means multiple fees. Understanding these limits helps you pick the best ATM or decide whether to use a multi-currency app that is cheaper. Number 22. Withdraw cash inside grocery stores or malls. Street ATMs are convenient, but they can be risky. They're easier to tamper with, and they often charge higher fees. ATMs located inside malls, grocery stores, or bank branches are safer and more reliable. For example, many nomads in Colombia avoid street ATMs after hearing about card skimmers. Instead, they walk into supermarkets or large malls where the machines are monitored and safer. This one habit protects your cards and your money. Number 23. Use virtual cards for high-risk online payments. Some countries require you to buy things online from websites you might not fully trust. Instead of putting your real card at risk, use a virtual card number from your banking app. Virtual cards can be locked instantly. They also allow you to set spending limits, so even if the number gets stolen, the thief cannot drain your account. Example: a nomad in India used a virtual card to book train tickets on a lesser-known website. Later, the card number was leaked. Instead of losing money, he simply deleted the virtual card and created a new one. Virtual cards give you instant protection wherever you go. Number 24. Save emergency funds in a high-yield account back home.
Just because you travel full-time does not mean you should keep all your money in travel accounts. Emergency funds should stay in a high-yield savings account in the USA. These accounts grow your money while keeping it safe and separate from your daily travel expenses. For example, if you keep $10,000 in a high-yield savings account earning 4% interest, you earn around $400 per year without lifting a finger. That extra money can cover flights, visas, or unexpected medical bills. This is one of the smartest financial habits for long-term travelers. Number 25. Research the best payment methods in each country. Every country has a preferred payment method. Some use cash, some use local card systems, some use digital wallets. Understanding this helps you avoid payment issues. For example, Germany is known for being heavily cash-based. Even today, many restaurants will not accept foreign cards. If you arrive unprepared with only a debit card, you might get stuck. Meanwhile, in places like Singapore, digital payments are extremely common. You might barely use cash. Knowing this before you land makes your trip smoother and safer. Number 26. Keep a small balance on each card for safety. If a card gets hacked, thieves usually try to take as much as they can. But if you keep only a small balance on the card you carry daily, you limit the damage. For example, many nomads keep only $100 to $200 on their primary debit card and store the rest of their money in separate accounts. If someone steals the card data, they cannot wipe out your entire savings. It's a simple but powerful risk reduction strategy. Number 27. Learn basic banking phrases in local languages. Traveling the world means you will eventually need to communicate with bank staff, ATM technicians, or merchants who do not speak English. Learning basic phrases like "card not working," "machine kept my card," or "I need to withdraw cash" in the local language can save you hours. For example, a nomad in rural Japan struggled with an ATM malfunction. Once he showed a translated phrase explaining the issue, the staff helped him immediately. This tiny effort can solve big problems. Number 28. Avoid using ATMs late at night.
Nighttime ATM use increases risk. Not only is it less safe physically, but maintenance issues are more common after hours. Some machines go offline for nightly updates. Others run out of cash. Imagine needing urgent cash at midnight in a foreign city only to find 3 broken ATMs in a row. It is stressful and unnecessary. Withdraw during the daytime when banks are open and help is available if you run into problems. Number 29. Use local SIM cards to avoid banking login issues. Many banking apps require SMS codes. If your USA SIM card is inactive or expensive to use abroad, you may not receive those codes. Using a travel SIM or a local SIM card with roaming turned on helps you log into your banks without login failures. For example, a nomad in Malaysia could not access her USA bank for 3 days because her SIM card had no roaming. After buying a local SIM, everything worked perfectly. Reliable phone service is a hidden part of reliable travel banking. Number 30. Separate your personal and business banking. If you work remotely or run an online business, never mix your business money with your travel funds. Business accounts often have different rules, protections, and tax documents. Keeping them separate makes your finances cleaner and makes filing taxes easier. For example, if you receive freelance payments in the same account you use for personal travel expenses, it becomes hard to track what counts as business spending. Separating the accounts simplifies everything. Number 31. Test your cards before you leave your home country. Before your trip begins, make a small purchase and an ATM withdrawal with each card. This helps you confirm the card works, the PIN is correct, and the bank has no hidden restrictions. Many nomads discover their PIN is wrong only after they land in another country. Fixing it abroad is difficult. Testing everything before leaving gives you confidence and avoids embarrassing surprises at a foreign ATM. Number 32. Carry one card in your shoe or hidden pocket while traveling. When moving between airports, buses, or trains, you face the highest risk of losing your bag or wallet. Keeping one emergency card hidden on your body protects you if everything else gets lost.
For example, if your backpack gets stolen on a crowded bus in Peru, you still have one card to access money immediately. This keeps you safe and mobile. Number 33. Understand how currency fluctuation impacts your money. Exchange rates change daily. Some countries experience rapid currency swings, which can affect how much things cost. For example, in Argentina, the value of the local currency can change significantly in a short time. If you do not understand this, you might withdraw too much cash before the currency drops in value. Knowing how exchange rates behave helps you choose when to convert money and how much to hold at a time. You now understand exactly how digital nomads manage their money safely while traveling the world. You know how to avoid frozen cards, save on fees, protect your accounts, and build a financial system that follows you anywhere. But here is the real question to think about. Which of these travel banking tips do you wish you had known sooner? And which one are you going to try first?